Hi, today's lesson is all about exploring perimeter and area. Objective: I can solve basic perimeter and area problems. What you are looking at here are two circle maps. They are all about area and perimeter. Perimeter and area. The first circle shows perimeter. That's the word that's written in the middle. Around it tells what perimeter means. Perimeter is the distance around the outside. And there's a shape here, a triangle, and the triangle has 3, 3, and 3. And if I go all around the outside and add up those threes, 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9, that is an example of perimeter. The second circle shows what area is. Area is the opposite. Instead of the outside, it is the space on the inside of a shape. And there's an example drawn over here. This is a square, and if we look at the inside, there are 4 little squares inside of the bigger square. So we can say the area is 4 square centimeters. What is the perimeter of this shape? In class, we will be using geoboards, and geoboards have pegs, which are what these little red pinkish colored circles represent, and rubber bands that you will stretch across the pegs. And we want to figure out what the perimeter of different rubber band shapes would be. What you want to do is count the space from one peg over to the next peg. So this is 1 space. Sometimes kids count the pegs and they will say 1, 2, when actually that's not correct. We want to look at the distance in between. So if I'm trying to find the perimeter, this would be 1, 2. Okay, so this side would be 2 units. Here I have 1. Over here I have 1. Then I have 1, 2, 2 jumps there. Over here is 1. Here I have 1. Here is 1 and 2. This side of the shape is 1. This side here is 1. Here we have 1 and 2. And then we have 1. And here we have 1. Now to find the answer, as you know, perimeter is adding all of those numbers up. So we have 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4, plus 2 more is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8, plus 2 would be 10, 11, 12, 2 more is 14, 15, and this one here is 16. So the perimeter of this shape would be 16 square, oh, not square, excuse me. This would be 16 centimeters. Later we'll talk about square units. That's used for describing area. Because we're doing perimeter and not area, I'm going to cross that off. So the unit here would be 16 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the blue polygon? Okay, again, we want to count the distance between the pegs. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have 1, 2, 1, 2 for this side, 1, 2 for this side, and we have a great big side on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. To find my perimeter, I add up all the sides. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 2 more is 8, plus 2 more is 10, plus 6 more is 16, and then plus those last 4 gives me 20. So the perimeter of this shape would be 20 centimeters if we are measuring in centimeters. Okay, what is the perimeter of the blue rectangle? How long are the long sides? How long are the short sides? And what is a number model for finding perimeter? Let's give this a try. We're going to first label our sides again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This side would be 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Question says, what is the perimeter? 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 3 more would be 11, plus 3 more would be 14. That answers the first question. Second question, how long are the long sides? Because this is a rectangle, we have some long sides and we have some shorter sides. Both of the long sides are 4. How long are the short sides? We can see here the shorter sides are 3. And what is a number model now for finding perimeter? My number model would be the long sides added together, 4 plus 4, and my short sides added together, 3 plus 3, which would give me my total perimeter of 14. And that would answer that last question. Okay, we're going to switch our focus now from perimeter over to area. Area is the space inside of a shape. We can find the area of a shape by tiling the inside. How many green tiles fit inside the shape? We're going to count them. And when we tile a shape, we want the tiles to be very close to each other. We don't want to leave any gaps or spaces. So there's 2 tiles, 3 tiles, 4 tiles, 5 tiles, and 6 tiles. So the area of this shape would be 6, and now because we're talking about area and we're using squares, area uses square units, so this would be 6 squares. We can abbreviate it SQ, period. And we're going to say that these are centimeter size squares, cm. So the area would be 6 square centimeters. Let's look at another one. What is the area of this rectangle? We're going to tile again to find the area. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I do have a few small, tiny gaps just because of the way the drawings are. So looking for the area of the shape, this took 12 tiles. So this would be 12, SQ for square, 12 square centimeters. Okay, time for the quiz questions. This is where you need to get out your math notebook and do some practice. Quiz question number 1, what is the area of the shape that you are looking at? Your rectangle has already been tiled in with the pink tiles. So you need to just count them up and write down what the area would be. Please also write the unit. We're going to say these are centimeter size tiles. Quiz question number 2. What is the perimeter of the shape that you are looking at? Again, we will say that the units are centimeters. Quiz question 3. Area is the space blank a shape. What you need to do is write down the word that would fit in this blank. Area is the space something a shape. If you forgot, go back to the earlier part of the video and look that up. And your last quiz question number 4, perimeter is the blank around the outside of the shape. Again, if you forgot the answer, please go back in the video and figure out what the answer should be. Once you are done, please